Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? LiveWire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is LiveWire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of LiveWire Sports Media. So we have trades, benching, and quitting in the NBA. Well, not NBA, but WNBA. And it all does because of two people. Now, news came out yesterday. I'm going to start with Satu Sabally first. News came out yesterday that she actually wanted to, she set out for, well, she got benched, actually. She got benched, and she didn't perform the way she did, and then we shut her down. The Fever shut her down a couple of games before and everything like that. But the thing about this is that it's so peculiar because going back to last year, players whining, complaining about certain things. Satu made it her business this year. She forced her way out of Dallas. She didn't want to sign the core deal. She didn't want to come back to Dallas. She wanted to go somewhere where she figured greener pastures. Now, she was in a rival last year, or this past year, and she really didn't look that good. And then a lot of us Fever fans wanted her on the team, but then after she did what she did in the offseason in a rival and then made her way to Phoenix because she wanted facilities. She wants to be glamorous. She wants to pamper herself. She wants to do all of this, everything that they got in a rival. So nonetheless, Fever moved on and everything like that. Now, the Phoenix Mercury was riding high before they even got DeWanna Bonner over there. And I feel like now, Satu Sabally, with DeWanna Bonner come off the bench, and she hasn't been performing well off the bench since she got there, except for that 22-point game. But check this out. Satu Sabally has had her, she has not been playing well either. And I think this is, to me, Nate Tibbetts, he commented on it. He said something about it and about her being benched last game. Me personally, this is what I think. I think this is all stemming from Alyssa Thomas wanting DeWanna Bonner over there. She probably want DeWanna Bonner to start, and Satou Sabally is the R personnel. Khalil Copper ain't gonna say too much. You know what I'm saying? I think now that we already know who runs the team, Alyssa Thomas. Satou Sabally probably feels like, hey, she's not gonna get the benefit of the doubt. They're trying to push her out. They're trying to move DeWanna Bonner in the starting lineup. Now, would that be a smart move? No. But guess what? Neither one of them is good. But Satou is younger, better. So I'm I, I'm doing a little check on Satu Sabally. So we know she was injured part of last year. But before I get into that, I'm gonna let y'all listen to what Nate Tibbetts had to say about her being benched a game ago.
Well, the first one was a coach's decision. We didn't have it collectively as a group, and I didn't think Satu was, she didn't bring the energy that we needed.
Now, he said that she did not bring the energy that they needed. Now, check this out. Satu Sabally injury history. She had both knees and ankle injuries that had caused her to miss games. She had a nagging Achilles injury sideline her after the 2021 Fever Cup on the 303. Then in 2024, she underwent shoulder procedure after getting injured while playing for Germany in the Olympic qualifier games. Then she had an ACL tear that sidelined her for her entire rookie season. The injuries have limited Sabally playing time with only 44 games played in her first 3 seasons with the Dallas Wings. Despite the injury setback, she has shown resilience and improved her performance in subsequent seasons. She also voted to All-Star for the first time in 2023 and all of that stuff. But as you look at it, she has an injury history. She's injury prone. She's very injury prone. And this is the young lady that she's out here advocating for more money when you cannot stay healthy. Now, whatever it is, Nate Tibbs say she's out for personal reasons. So let's listen to that.
No, this is a personal matter. She's out for personal reasons, and we support her through this time and are excited to get her back when she's ready.
Now, if you look at the 2 videos that I showed you, the first one, Nate Tibbs was talking about her being benched. Then you talk about her in this next video, he talked about her being out for personal reasons. Don't that sound like how the situation went down with DeWanna Bonner with the fever? She was out for personal reasons for 5 games. The first 2 games, she was out for personal reasons. Talking to the media, she's out for personal reasons. She's out for personal reasons. She's out for personal reasons. They come to find out, she got mad and upset because she wasn't getting playing time. The fever organization probably most likely promised or something. And guess what? It's what it is. You know, then if you think about it, in the off season, when Natasha Cloud had got traded to Connecticut, she was all upset because the organization, she was doing all this advocating for the organization, the locker rooms and all that. And then they actually, boom, sent her away. So with the trade deadline coming up on this Thursday, it's, to me, I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to be some big players moving. Could Sato be moved? Could she actually be moved? Can she be, get a player that um, I don't know. I mean, but for her to sit out, for her to quit on her team for personal reasons, sound pretty fishy to me. If she's out for personal reasons, hey, that's all cool. But the way these players operate, I don't believe it's out for personal reasons. I do not believe that she's going to be sitting there thinking about, whatever the case might be. A lot of people thought she was going to go to New York to play with her sister, but she didn't. So, and I don't think New York had wanted her at that time, but I think Satu Sabally, her career is winding down. I think injuries or whatever the case may be, people is not going to take chance on her. She's a max contract player, and you neglected to sit out and not do the things that you needed to do for your organization. You know, your play is not great. You haven't played well the last few games, and now you got benched because you didn't bring the tenacity that your coach thought, and now you in your feelings. So the most thing about that is, it's what it is. Now, moving on to another thing. The Dallas Wings, same situation, DiJonai Carrington. You could tell that the coach for the Dallas Wings was over her a few days ago when they talked about trade. But you could tell DiJonai was going to get traded. She was out with injury herself. And guess what? She came back and she looked bad. Her and Satou Sabally are not great players. They're more or less like role players. Yeah, they have started for teams, but you can see all the new talent that's coming in the league. These players are being replaced. And what's going to happen, they're going to find themselves out of the league and playing overseas. That's what it's going to be because organizations not going to really take chances on them if they can't stay healthy. DiJonai Carrington is a shell of herself right now. And the thing about it is she got traded. She got traded by the Dallas Wings, who sent her to the Minnesota Lynx for Diamond Miller, Carly Samuelson, a 2027 Minnesota second round pick. Now, me personally, if you think DiJonai Carrington role got diminished in Dallas, it's going to be even smaller in Minnesota because guess what? Sure, Reeves is not going to play that. Especially DiJonai doesn't score. She can't score. She's only there for defense. So she's going to ride the bench. She's not going to crack the starting lineup. She might see any minutes in the game. With Nafisha Carter being hurt, she might get a little minutes. But once Nisha comes back, her role on the bench is going to be significant diminished, especially probably around the playoff time. Like I said, they'll probably put her in there for defensive purposes, but she's going to still be a liability. She's going to still be a liability. And I understand the move, but I don't understand the move. Now I'm gonna let you listen to what the coach had to say prior to her being benched and talked about trade rumors.
There have been rumors floating around that DiJonai Carrington is on the trade block. How do you navigate keeping everyone together when one of your most important players is kind of going through that?
Yeah, I mean, that's pro sports. You try to just keep that locker room together and keep that team tight and day to day, go about our business and focus on the task at hand. And, there's certain things that are out of everyone's control. But, that is what it is.
In that same vein,
You can tell he didn't ever like DiJonai. The thing about it is, they traded for Nelissa Smith in a 3-team trade. Then they got DiJonai to come over there. Then they turn around and traded Nelissa Smith to LA. Then they turn around and trade DiJonai Carrington. I said this yesterday on my live that I think Enrique Umawale is going to be the next one traded in the offseason out of Dallas. I think they're going to go young. I think they're going to try to build a team around Paige and let it be Paige's team. They're going to move everybody from there and allow Paige to have this team to herself. So, but as for DiJonai Carrington, we've seen it last year with Marina Mabry. Things got hectic over there in Chicago. She wanted out. And guess what? They traded to Connecticut. Now, in the offseason, Connecticut traded a whole bunch of people, and Melissa Thomas and all of them was free agents. They traded DiJonai Carrington. Marina Mabry wanted to get traded, but they didn't accommodate her. They kept her in there. Now, could she get traded around the deadline? Possibly. Depends on what team wants her, or they might just hold on to her again. But at the same time, your value in the league is going to be diminished. DiJonai Carrington is pretty much now as a role player. She done been traded, and her role is going to be relegated to the bench. I don't see her being a starter in this league anymore. And that's sad to say because she made her name by being a dirty player. Now, people are looking at that because she doesn't bring anything to the table, especially when it comes down to the offensive side of the basketball. Yeah, if you looked at the Dallas Wings in the Fever game a couple of nights ago, guess what happened? She was on the floor on her back, making bad shots, looking crazy out there. She wasn't even good. So me personally, I'll get rid of her. But like I said, Minnesota is not gonna play her like that. She's not gonna get minutes. She's not gonna get minutes over hardly none of them players on the bench. Cheryl Reeves will put her in situations in basketball for defensive purposes, but that's about it. But Cheryl Reeves is not gonna rely on her to do what she needs to do. And guess what? She won't make the team. They're not gonna core her, keep her on Minnesota. She'll be a free agent in the off season, and somebody will take a chance on her, probably Portland and Toronto, or probably pick her up. She'll probably play for no team, but I don't see anything significant from her in the future. She might be an overseas player from this point, but it just goes to show you how the league is starting to get away from these problem players. Satu is a problem player now. She probably be on the trade block, moved. DiJonai Carrington, a problem player, a dirty player. She's been on the move. She got moved. Now you probably won't even hear from her in the playoffs. I mean, she might, like I said, she might play some minutes, but she's not going to be a key factor for this team. So it's all about situation basketball, and she's just a situational player. They're not going to keep her on the floor. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about these two useless players in the W right now. Satou Sabally quitting on her team. getting benched. DiJonai Carrington, coach didn't like her, got her out of town. So we'll see how it all falls. Like, comment, subscribe to the next episode. You know what it is.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? LiveWire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is LiveWire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.